What's up, fight fans? Welcome to Mr. Mustache MMA News. Today, I want to discuss an upcoming featherweight bout, but before we get into it, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to continue getting more MMA content by yours truly and help the channel grow. All right, guys, getting right into it. We got Billy Quarantillo taking on Youssef Zalal this Saturday in the featherweight division in a fight that's, aside from the main event, is my sleeper pick for fight of the night. You got Quarantillo, the Squid, can never count the guy out. Fan favorite, one of my favorite fighters on the UFC roster, who is now racked on. He's been around for a while. I mean, you definitely cannot put him into prospect status anymore. He's definitely had his UFC experience. He's definitely what you would call battle tested. Ever since his fight with Spike Carlisle, I mean, that fight is the blueprint of who Billy Quarantillo is. His fight against Alexander Hernandez, another blueprint to the type of style that Billy Quarantillo brings to the table. He is willing to sacrifice the first round, take a little bit of a beating to kind of let his opponent gas himself out. And then by the time that second or third minute hits into the second round, Billy starts to take over and implement his game plan really well, where he just sticks like glue. He acts like the Squid, tall, long, and lanky for the weight class. The guy, he's just able to drag these guys into deep water. He's willing to take his ass kicking and go, all right, my turn. And his fight against Alexander Hernandez is a great example of that. I know he's coming off of somewhat of a lackluster performance against Damon Jackson. And before that, he got finished by Edson Barbosa. But I mean, Edson Barbosa is an absolute killer. So, I mean, who hasn't been put out by him over the years, right? But Billy, man, he has this penchant of just, yeah, he's not super athletic, which I think, because his big question mark too, I think going into this fight is his age. He is 35 years old, but that really goes into play when guys really rely on their athleticism. And with Billy, he's not the most athletic guy, and that's no like shade on him like whatsoever, because for what he lacks in his athleticism, his heart, will, determination, his grappling, grinding style, where he literally drags these guys out into deep waters and makes them quit. It's insane how, like, at the end of the first round, it's like, oh shit, it's not looking good for Billy Q. And then you see him into the second round, like halfway into that second round, completely different story going into the third round. Completely different story. And I think that's going to be the same here against Youssef Zalal. Youssef, who was in the UFC before, who had been let go, he had started out 3-0. And I remember those fights against Austin Lingo and Jordan Griffin where, I mean, he really looked good, burst onto the UFC scene, and then he ran into Ilia Topuria, which I'm pretty sure was Ilia's UFC debut. And Ilia looked good, strong, fast. And Youssef, to his credit, did not get finished by Topuria in that fight, but that was pretty much, like, even in that loss, you could definitely take a lot away from Zalal in that fight, because, like, he was put in some nasty triangle chokes. Not triangle, arm triangle chokes. He was put into a darce. He was able to work himself out of those positions, get himself back to his feet, showed good footwork, good movement, good boxing. So even in defeat, he showed a lot of good attributes against a killer like Topuria. But then after that, he lost two more in a row after that, to Song Woo Choi, to Sean Woodson, and then had a draw against Damon Blackshear. So after that, the UFC let him go, but since then has rattled off 5 straight victories, not just in MMA, 3 in MMA, 1 in kickboxing, 1 in boxing, 4 finishes throughout all of those martial arts style fights. So he's gone out there and he's rattled off some pretty good victories, probably built up that confidence again. So I'm happy that he's getting that shot in the UFC, but to get your shot again against a guy like Quarantillo, yeah, I think Youssef is going to look good in the first round. He's going to look fast. He's going to look sharp. He's going to look accurate. I think he's going to have good grappling. He could catch Billy in some weird guillotine. I see that happening while they're dry. And I think that if he doesn't get Billy out in this first round, which he has a chance to, I mean, Edson Barbosa showed with that flying knee that he can put Billy Q out. But I think that's going to be his best bet. The sooner this fight is, like the first round is Zalal's round. I think no matter what, I think that's exactly what we're going to see. But if he doesn't put Billy Q away by the time that second round starts, it's going to be a long night for Zalal. That's going to do it for today, guys. I got Billy Q. I got him by finish, probably second, maybe third round. I think Billy Q gets it done. I think that his opportunity to go against the top 15 again at the featherweights, I think that he deserves that opportunity. And I think a win and a finish against Youssef Zalal this Saturday will be the next step in that right direction. All right, guys, let me know in the comment section what you guys think of this matchup. Billy, the Squid, Quarantillo, take it on Youssef Zalal this Saturday. It's going to do it for today, guys. Mr. Mustache, MMA News out. Let's fucking go, fight fans.